Hello students, in this video I will continue from where I left in my previous video. I was talking about increase in population, I was talking about fertility rate, I was talking about a rise in income, spread of education, then only development is possible. Now let me continue from where I left in my previous lecture session. The rich gets richer and the poor beget. Beget actually means reproduce. B-E-G-E-T. Beget means to reproduce. And the poor beget children, which condemns them to remain poor. And finally, as the poor goes on reproducing or begetting children, ultimately they remain poor. More children does not mean more workers. Now, this is a practical concept. We have to realize it. We have to actually realize it. More children does not mean more workers. Merely more people without work. It means actually more people jobless. That is without work. As I already suggested in my previous video, it is not suggested that human beings be treated like cattle and they should be compulsorily sterilized. Now this should not be done. Human beings should not be treated like cattle, and just like in case of cattle, compulsory sterilization process is done. In human beings it should not be done. But there is no alternative. No alternative means there is no option to voluntary family planning without introducing an element of coercion. Now, the important thing is that there should be an element of alliance or coercion between the partners in terms of family planning, or we can say in terms of family bonding. The choice is really between control of population and perpetuation of poverty. Now, the choice is it depends on the people whether they want the population to be sky high, and if they have this sort of ideology that more population means more hands and more work, it will open up more work space or avenues, but it is a wrong thing. Now it depends on us whether we want perpetuation of poverty means ever continuation of poverty, or do we want breaks in population, control of population. It depends on us. For development, for the process of development to be smoothly being conducted, what we should do? Definitely we should pay more attention on control of population. Otherwise there will be perpetuation of poverty in the near future. The choice depends on us. The choice depends on the future generation. Now I am moving on to the next paragraph. The population in India is estimated to be 920 million today. Now it varies. It is not 920 million, it is more than that. I already told you this article was written way back in 1994. So considering that perspective, the author has given this data. So I am repeating. The population of India is estimated to be 920 million today, more than the entire population of Africa and South America put together. Now, combining the population of Africa and South America put together, then only our population can be matched up. So now we can actually presume that yes, we are a highly populated country. No one familiar with the conditions in India would doubt that the hope of the people would die in their hungry hutments unless population control is given topmost priority or topmost importance. Unless population control is given the topmost priority or topmost importance, many dreams, many aspirations of the middle class population of our country as well as the poverty stricken population of our country, their dreams, their desires, their aspirations will die in distress, or rather we say their dreams, their aspirations will die in hungry hutments if and only if population control is not being done. If it is done, then obviously we will proceed towards the threshold of development. Otherwise, it will lag behind. We will lag behind. For the first time in human history, we see a transcending concern, the survival not just of the people but of the planet. Now, the important thing is that our survival, being a part of nature, is definitely important, but side by side, the survival of the planet is also important, because ailing planet should not be there. The planet should be healthy. But the significance of the title of the article of the chapter that we are reading, it is Ailing Planet. But our target should be like that not only we should be prosperous and healthy, but simultaneously our planet also should be healthy. It should not be ailing one. We have begun to take a holistic view of the very basis of our existence. The environmental problem does not necessarily signal our demise. Demise actually means death, dear students, but here demise also means destruction. Here demise also means downfall. That environmental problem doesn't mean that our life will extinct in the near future. No, we can't predict to that extent right now. It is our passport for the future. Passport means it is our gateway for the future. The emerging New World vision has ushered in the era of responsibility. Yes, we should be much more responsible. It has ushered into the era of responsibility in the 21st century. In a new era of responsibility. And what is the responsibility? Protect ourselves or protect one own self as well as the planet. That is Mother Nature. It is a holistic view. Holistic means overall, holistic. An ecological view, seeing the world as an integrated whole rather than a disassociated collection of parts. We have to consider the world overall. That's why the term holistic been used many times in this text. Holistic. Holistic means overall. Industry has a most crucial role to play in this new era of responsibility. Industry, trade and commerce plays a very important role in this new era of responsibility. What are transformation or we can say transition would be effected if more businessmen share the view of the chairman of DuPont, Mr. Edgar S. Woolard, who 5 years ago declared himself to be the company's chief environmental officer. Now, what he told actually, and his statement is so powerful that we should abide by it, we should follow it. He told, and here I quote, our continued existence as a leading manufacturer requires that we excel in environmental performance. Yes, now leading manufacturer of DuPont, that particular managing corporation, or we can say, because he was the businessman of that particular, he was the chairman of that particular managing corporation. So he is saying that the success of this particular managing firm or corporation, it depends on our environmental performance, how we perform in this environment, how we protect and how we preserve our environment. Depends on that environmental performance, the management corporation success actually depends. I am moving on to the last paragraph. Of all the statements made by the ex-Britain's Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher during the years of her prime ministership, none has passed so decisively into the current coin of English usage as her felicitous words. And what was that? No generation has a freehold. Actually, freehold means free access. Whatever we like, we can do. No generation has that access or authority on this earth. All we have is a life tenancy with a full repairing lease. We should all work together for the betterment of the Mother Nature. We can't, no generation has a free lease on using nature or environment in whatever way they like. We have to protect it. We have to work in a cooperative manner, in an alliance, because it is the responsibility of us. And obviously we already entered the era of responsibility. Now we can't move back, and we have to collaborate with nature. We can't compete with nature, because if we go on compete with nature, it will lead to catastrophic destruction in the near future. What we can do, we can maintain alliance, we can maintain partnership with environment, with nature, because we are also a part of nature, and our target is not only a healthy society or a healthy environment. Our target is that Ailing Planet should be a healthy planet in the near future. If we consider the entire earth to be holistically to be a vast living organism, so as I already told in my previous video, that metabolism and vital processes should be maintained of a living organism. If we consider the whole earth to be a living organism, then we have to take care of that. We have to be responsible stewards and responsible trustees of this environment. So let me continue. All we have is a life tenacity with a full repairing lease. In the words of Mr. Lester Brown, who has written that famous book we already discussed, Global Economic Prospect, and this line is very important for your question, short question. We have not inherited this earth from our ancestors or forefathers. We have borrowed it from our children. Yes, we haven't inherited it from our forefathers or from our ancestors. We actually have borrowed it from our children. So there ends the explanation of this chapter. Dear students, go through this video also, and later you clarify all your doubts, if there is any doubt after listening to the videos. In total 4 videos from Ailing Planet I have given. Two videos I have already posted. Please check this, and previously also I have posted 2 more videos also, and if there is any problem, kindly ask me. Thank you students. Thank you all.